This recipe's good. Oh, hey! Are you one of 5 first grade teachers struggling with your students to pass the Galileo test? I bet you are, and you're probably wondering, that's me. Well, keep watching. Let's see what we can do for you. So you probably have 32 students in your classroom, and only 11% of them pass the Galileo test. So if there's 5 first grade classrooms with at least 32 students each, there'll probably be 162 students. That's a lot of students. And as a team, you have to work together to at least get to your goals, which would be 80% passing. Seems very overwhelming. So let's talk about this Galileo test. What exactly is it? Well, it's a test that you take in September, and December, and in May, which is coming up really soon, which means it's gonna get really hot in here pretty soon. Get it hot? What a pun. So what materials do you use on this Galileo test? Well, for starters, you use a pencil and a paper. That's what first graders do. So how do you prepare for this test? Well, I'm glad you asked. So you have 90 minutes every day of SFA instruction. That's your reading program that you have that the district requires you to do every day. Then you have an additional hour of ELA time, which it could be any story or any topic that you guys picked for that week. And then don't forget about the intervention times too, where the reading assistant will come out and pull a group that you selected and help those students that are struggling with reading. You have a lot of time, a lot of instruction time for ELA. So how long is this test? Well, normally it's 90 minutes, but if a student doesn't finish in those 90 minutes, they can go over. So it's okay, as long as they finish it within that day. Nobody wants to stay after hours for school and finish a test. I don't know. Hi, yes, yeah, I'll hold, thank you. So, what are the 2 weaknesses that your students are struggling with? Well, if you looked at the data, you can find out that one of them is retelling the story. So comprehension questions. What happened? Like, how did it happen? Who was in the story? What was in the story? How did it happen in the story? When did the story take place? The other one is finding details in the text to support their answers. So where in the text did it say that Billy fell down the hill? So those are your 2 weaknesses. What can we do about them? Oh yes, I burned it. What do I need to do? Well, according to this article called How Can Retelling and Comprehension Be Improved in Elementary Schools, they suggest that you choose passages that are at a lower lexile level than their actual ability, or what they can actually do. But why? Why would you do that? Why would you take a step backwards? Well, according to them, they suggest that you do this because then they won't be focused so much on the actual reading portion of it. They'll be more focused on referring back to the text. And since they know all the words, they don't have to spend so much time or struggle with so much time finding the answers in the text. So since it's a lower lexile level, they can actually find it easier, and you can create questions referring back to the text so they can find it. That smells so good.
Perfect. Ugh, so strong.
Yes. So what other things can you do? Well, there's the software program that we have, or subscription program that we have, called Learning A to Z. And they have amazing little readers. Yeah, not the, well, your students are little readers. I meant little readers like little books to read from. And they're very short. You can print them off, as many as you want, or you could actually show them on your smartboard and do it as a whole class activity. But they also come with their own set of comprehension questions. And that's perfect, because then you don't have to do so much work. It's already done for you. And I know how much you like things done for you already. Another one. Oh, so strong. think this is still good. Yeah. So what supports do you guys have? Well, you have your reading coach at their school. You also have 4 other co-workers that are going through the same thing that you're going through. You also have your reading assistants where they pull your students for interventions, and they too can help with the reading comprehension and retelling lessons that you've created or printed out. What else do you have? You also have parental support. Give your parents a call. Not your parents, your students' parents, of course. Tell them, hey, we have a test coming up. Your students or your children are struggling in this area. I need your support. Help them with their homework. A phone call wouldn't hurt them, or hurt you at least. Because your major concern right now is that test is coming up in 2 weeks. 2 weeks! That's 14 days. Or in school days, that's 10. Which is even worse. But you guys can do it. So if you followed this video, if you followed my instructions, you can do this and you can get your students from 11% passing rate to an 80% passing rate. Trust me, it's research proven. And after those 2 weeks, when your students have finished taking the test and you look at their scores and they passed, all because you watched this video and you followed my research that I have given you, at the end you're gonna say, that was easy as pie. Oh, so good.